Okay, so this is me testing the film or the video recording options on the Sony camera. This is the closest park to my house. We got Martins Creek here, right next to the roads, lower South Main, so you're going to hear some road noise, and I'm not really sure how the audio is picking up, but again, this is a test, and we'll see how it goes. So we got Martins Creek. This is a tributary to the Delaware River near Martins Creek, Pennsylvania. And we'll walk up into the park here and see how the audio picks up the insects and how it picks up my voice without any sort of stabilization or audio equipment. You can probably hear the cicadas buzzing around. And again, this is just factory settings. I'm just seeing how this all goes. Okay. Got all that. I think the camera limits its recording time to about 20 minutes. If I read that correctly in the owner's manual, I'm guessing that's to keep the sensors from getting burned out or something like that. So we'll walk up here. This was actually meant to be a housing development, and it was for sale and set up for being subdivided for several years until I guess all the people who potentially were going to buy anything realized this is kind of a floodplain and be kind of really stupid to build an expensive house back here. So now it's a park. But hence the paved road here. Again, originally was set up to be a development or subdivided. Not really too much to say about the park other than it's the closest one to my house. It's like a mile from the road, down the road. So I figured I'd just come here and test everything out. And try to stay out of the sun. It's a little hot and humid already today. Hopefully this doesn't turn to a hang out with me vlog while I do mildly interesting things, a step above sitting in the house. You might see some purple wildflowers here and there. Some of them look like they've kind of already gone through their summer cycle. I'm told those are invasive. I'm not really sure what they're called, but they're pretty when they're blooming. I'm not really sure this area was anything in particular before it was cleared out. Originally, I guess it was cleared out for development purposes. Sometimes especially in Pennsylvania, you'll find open areas that might have been like a quarry area or some kind of construction or redevelopment process, which was, or a farm field, of course. Pennsylvania loves to build subdivisions on farm fields with no real thought process of, zoning or, how infrastructure is going to react to all that. But I think we got some purple flowers here. Not too bad. Yeah, nice and green. This is recording in color, right? Okay. Still learning how to use this thing. My iPhone's obviously a lot easier to use, but hopefully the image quality out of a real camera is what we're going for. And so, yeah, Martins Creek here. You can't see the water from the path right now, but it's on our right. Very popular fishing area, especially early in the season. It's one of the river tributaries that they'll stock with trout throughout the year. A lot of fishing in the area. It's actually, Pennsylvania, I think, is like one of the top fishing destinations of the country. New Jersey's actually a pretty good fishing destination too. Hasn't really been thought of as much, but the places you can fish in New Jersey are very good because New Jersey does a good job with their land management, unlike Pennsylvania. I'll probably get some ticks on me already. There we go. Got the water. Yeah, so there was I know there was a lot of dolphin fishing in the area for a few decades. You get the dolphins swim up the Delaware, and this is about as far north as they would come. Of course, that's another industry that died out, once the dolphins started using rideshare. But, it's kind of funny how, like, you'd have these old coach paths that would go through towns, and the railroad itself would bypass it, and then that would spring up towns. And then when they built the highways, the road systems, that would bypass the railroad. And then now we have rideshare, which just bypasses everything. But anyway, I wonder how many ticks I have on me from that little excursion. Yeah, we're just going for a test here. Let's see how this works out when I play it back on the computer, or maybe force myself to do some editing, audio cleanup, I don't know, what all that stuff people do to make things presentable and entertaining so that somebody can still post a video with their cat, their cat doing something, and that gets a million views, and the video that somebody put, 8 hours, 10 hours into gets, 1,300. But this is the way of the world. Yeah, it's funny how, like, everything's built up on the water, and then the water's bypassed, and then by the roads and things like that, the roads kind of expand, and rail, and highway, the rideshare. Looks like they're flooding around here. There was pretty bad flooding around here this year. It knocked out this electrical box, which I don't even know if it was even still hooked up. Probably not, but I mean, somebody could pick that up and throw it out. But I mean, I guess they'd have to get approval by whoever installed it, which, that person probably forgot about. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's no good. It wasn't doing anything anyway, but whatever. Alright. What am I doing here? I got this. Back that off a little bit. Back down a little bit. Yeah, let's expand it back to that. It's more or less good enough, I guess. Once we get to the end of this path, I'll probably turn the camera off so I can get some exercise and not have this thing hanging off my neck. And also, hopefully nobody hears me talking to myself, because obviously, I think you're crazy. I'm not crazy, I'm just creative, which I guess is the same thing sometimes. Creativity and craziness go hand in hand. No idea if the camera's picking up this audio, but we'll find out, I guess. I've only been walking for a few minutes. I should be able to scrub through it pretty easy. It's a nice park, though. Having the road for a walking path is helpful. Although I avoid jogging on paved surfaces. It's actually bad for your knees. So if I jog, it's usually in the grass or, dirt, some sort of surface. Is not pavement. It's not good for your joints to jog on asphalt. Alright, can I take a picture? No, just kind of, yeah, alright. This camera's got too many functions. Alright, so we're going to get to the end of the trail here. I'll probably take some pictures by the water once I get done. You can see where having a GoPro is just like, it kind of just gives you that basic quality you're looking for without a whole lot of action going on. Ooh, that's nice. That's a hornet's nest right there. So we'll just back away from that. I'm just going to back away from that. Yeah. Anyway. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. Alright, so might head down there, try to get some photo stuff going on. I don't want to slip and fall and break this camera, so that's a first video test. I'll have to go back and check that out, see what we're doing, and see what's good.